Alright, have and have not fans. Now keep in mind this video is simply my opinion. In the comments below, I definitely want to get your top 5, but before I do my season 5 overview, I thought it was important to kind of break things down, because if I did an entire season 5 overview, oh god, that video would probably be like an hour long. So instead of making a huge video that big, I just decided let's chop it up and then I'll do an overview, because I feel like I've done more than enough videos on this channel so you can go back through and see. You can probably just look at the video titles and then, you know, determine, oh, I see what happened in season 5. Because when you really think about it, how much exactly happened in season 5? Let's just be completely honest here. I mean, the biggest things, in my opinion, were the Veronica, pimp slap, 3 deaths at once, Charles winning the election, but even that seemed to be under the rug compared to all the other events that occurred. Justin just being new levels of crazy. Wyatt still in the same funk. Benny running from the Malones, and Hannah getting a man. And I mean, literally, I could just sum it up in like 10 minutes. But instead, I wanted to have a little bit of fun and just talk about my top 5 main characters, my top 5 secondary characters, and I even got a video coming out about my top 5 crushes on the show. Now, with this video, when I say main character, I'm really talking about the core 9 characters of the show, the ones that are in all the promotional material, basically the 3 members of the Harrington, Young, and Cryer family. So when I say main characters, it's like, how come Derek isn't on the list, or how come Mitch isn't on the list, or Mama Rose? I consider those secondary characters. Now, yes, they are quote unquote main characters because, well, they appear in a lot of episodes, if not every episode. But keep in mind, when I say main character, I'm referring to I guess you could say the title characters. So with that being said, remember, my opinion, I want to get yours in the comments. So we're just going to go from number 5 to number 1. Obviously, the higher we go up on the list, the more interested I am in the character. Now, number 5 is a bit tricky for me. Now, David Harrington was once my favorite character. He was my number 1. But ever since the whole Erica situation, he just hasn't been David. He's just been blindly infatuated with Erica, missing things that basically, in a way, season 5 David was sort of like Jim back in like season 1, season 2, if not now when you think about it, basically running from his emotions in regards of letting his emotions fuel his better judgment. Like, there have been a couple of times this season or last season when David became suspicious of Erica, such as when the fireman came up and recognized her, talking about how I helped you with the flat tire or whatever. And that's when he began to question Erica. But nothing really came from that, mainly because things just escalated to a new level with the car explosion and whatnot so quickly. But I guess you could say David did get some ground back by pimp slapping Veronica. Not saying that domestic violence is right, but it's one of those, wow, it's a long time coming. But the fact is, he literally went over to her house in a rage for the wrong reason, assuming Veronica tore up the condo when it was really Justin. But David Harrington is still one of my favorite characters, mainly because of his quiet scenes with Jeffrey when the drama is kind of toned down and he's literally planting seeds of wisdom to Jeffrey, basically saying, look, you've seen everything that me and your mother have gone through. I stayed in a toxic relationship, so I don't want you to go through the same thing with this Justin. So those moments do make David's character redeemable in my eyes, but hopefully in season 6 and maybe season 7, he will grow to be higher up on this list. But as for right now, number 5. Number 4 is a lot of people's number 1, Veronica Harrington. Now, I have made a lot of videos going on about how I've grown tired of the stale character of Veronica. Basically the same cold ice queen she's always been, but I will admit she is entertaining to watch. Seeing drunk Veronica, seeing how vindictive and cold, as David would say, a cold, vindictive, simple bitch. Basically, I've just grown tired of the whole plotting against Jeffrey, trying to get a grandchild, make him straight. That's gotten really old. So I don't know exactly what she's going to be planning in the future. We do know a new character, Laura, will be introduced, who's supposed to be the girl that well, for a lack of a better phrase, Veronica bought from that charity pretty much to have a girl staying at the house. And we all know where that's going to lead to. Well, do we? Well, she's going to show up in season 7, so we're not going to see her for a while. But I will say that Veronica does keep the show. I will admit I do like watching her on screen. Angela has a great time. You can tell she has a wonderful time portraying the character. But at the same time, I just wish they would do more for character. Instead of her being like, hey, I'm going to see who I can blow up today or whatever. Give her some more depth. That's really what I mean. Number 3, and honestly, we're going 3 for 3 with this list here. When it comes to Harrington's Jeffrey. And Jeffrey is, I put him slap dab in the middle. Mainly because his character, I like the fact that he really isn't afraid. He's not really pulling his punches like he used to. He used to be a punching bag, and during this first half of the season, my God, the whole Justin Jeffrey jail scenes where Harrington, we go back to the interrogation room, and then he sexually assaults. I just, no. But when Jeffrey became more of a fighter, from like punching Justin in the face when he had a gun held up to him, electrocuting Veronica, you know, throwing her off the balcony, finding, I guess you could say, moderate levels of happiness with Madison, and even better than that, seeing how happy David was with Erica before finding out who she was, of course, and you know, not taking any crap. I mean, when he called the rehab facilitators to take away Wyatt, I'm like, that was hardcore, because we know Jeffrey loves Wyatt. So for him to say, you know what, I'm done with this shit, we're going to lock you up to help you get better. That was great. And even he had that one-on-one with Candace. Like, I hated him in jail. He was literally like everybody's, I mean, maybe that explains when he got out of jail, that's how he became so hardcore, because everybody's been shitting on him when he was in jail. Justin, Veronica, Candace, he ain't going to take it no more. So yeah, Jeffrey, I just hope they don't backtrack with his character in regards to making him weak and a 5-year-old. I just hope they keep going with his hardcore persona, even like shutting down Gia and RK. That was entertaining to watch. So yeah, Jeffrey, I'm going to put him right down in the middle, because I'm halfway with his character. We really don't know where he's going. I mean, hell, even Landon is asking him for advice. So yeah, Jeffrey has come into his own, but I hope he's finally able to get rid of Justin. I mean, we do know he's going to get a beating sometime soon, but we probably won't even see that until late 2019. And we need to see who delivers the beating. All right, now we get to number 2, who is Hannah. And honestly, I'm surprised she made it this high on the list. But season 5, for me, I've really felt bad for Hannah. I mean, to actually recount her story of being raped to her daughter, who pretty much rushes the story off, but we do know she does believe it after she kicks him out of the room. I just felt like during the middle of the season, she found happiness with Derek. And yes, I know we don't know everything about Derek's character and who he really is. Maybe the guy with the lion tattoo, I don't know. But I feel what makes Hannah's character way better this season is the fact that she is becoming more, and thanks to Catherine, more willing to accept the help that she really needs and coming to her own, and you know, finding happiness outside of, you know, her family. Not to say that her family offered her much happiness aside from Quincy Jr. and Benny before he became an asshole. But what really got me feeling sorry for Hannah is when this whole money thing, basically the back half of this season, you know, she has gotten into one mishap after another because of her damn kids. Like, Hannah has done nothing wrong. She is trying to get the money back to the people it belongs to. She has tried to reach out to Candace for understanding and forgiveness. She has tried to get Benny to be respectful and to not make dumb decisions. But hey, she has to pay for the consequences, and that sucks. But I just hope that she's able to find happiness. I mean, to actually be roughed up by a thug sent by her own daughter. Man, oh man. But Hannah, yeah, definitely I do. The only thing that would have knocked Hannah from being number 1 was that wig she wore on her date with Derek. I mean, that was, yeah, no, that was too much. But hopefully Hannah finds some more peace in upcoming episodes. Obviously, she's not, because of the fact that her son is in the hospital again. So hopefully he gets better. But then we move on to number 1. Shouldn't be a surprise. Here we got Catherine Cryer. I mean, I'm really talking about this season, not season 4 or whatever, because I'm still pissed off that the writers literally just rewrote Catherine Cryer from being this cold-blooded but fun to watch murderer. You know, she murdered Jennifer Salison in cold blood, tortured Veronica, and then, you know, was divorcing Jim, had the house cleaned. I honestly, for the life of me, I don't know how she managed to get the movers to clean the house out without Jim hearing or noticing anything. He came out of that office and that was it. I swear, like, I don't even know how they did that. But what I'm really mad about is how they just completely rewrote her to be happy-go-lucky and whatnot, like nothing ever happened. I mean, yeah, it was really cool how she was helping out Hannah for most of the season and then found a fling with Broderick, which he pretty much revealed the truth, but she literally took control of the situation right then and there, which I love that. But then she pretty much caved into Jim by canceling the divorce, giving him his money back, and I don't know. I feel like with Catherine, they really don't know how to make her character consistent, but I still do enjoy seeing Catherine Cryer on my screen. Like, I'm not saying kill her off or anything. Same thing with Veronica. Like, with Veronica, I want more depth. With Catherine, I want more consistency. With Jeffrey, I want to see more growth that doesn't lead to regression. So that's pretty much why I feel with these characters. So in my opinion, those are my top 5 characters. Once again, David, Veronica, Jeffrey, Hannah, and Catherine. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on who are your top 5. Do you agree with me? And remember, we're talking the main cast. So pick from Candace, Benny, Hannah, Jeffrey, David, Veronica, Wyatt, Jim, Catherine. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.